let me kind of explain. We were starting to get some readings over there. So with those things measuring electricity, whenever we're on the sidewalks or streets, your crosswalks and parking meters are going to make them go off. Okay. Ignore your numbers. Parking meter lines are underneath the sidewalk for us here in Charleston, so it's basically underneath your feet. So whenever we get into a space like this, like we're obviously in a new space, your baseline is going to be a 2.5 unless I tell either one of you otherwise. The next location is a little bit different because we do have some lampposts pretty close by and it's a close proximity area. But with those measuring electricity, if I were to take Landon's device and put it behind your TV set, it's going to read about 40 to 60 milligauss. That's the unit of measure that we're using on both devices. Your microwave heating up your food is going to be about 150 to 170. The highest I've ever seen Landon's device go has been here, where you're standing. And it was actually just a few weeks ago. It errored out 3 times while we were here and stayed above 170 for more than 15 minutes. We left. Told you about my epilepsy. Scared the hell out of me. I'm starting to get a headache. I booked us out of it. Somebody had the word seizure last night, but it wasn't at either of these 2 locations. So that's very interesting. It actually came up twice.
Seizures or other neurological disorders?
Interesting.
Just take this with me.
So that's why he's going to be definitely letting me know. You're going to start over with 2.5, but when you guys get numbers higher than that, let's say you get a 5, Landon, that's your new baseline. Don't give me anything below that 5. If you get a 10, that's your new baseline. Don't give me anything below the 10. I don't want to write down a whole notebook full of numbers for all these people to read. We kind of just want to see like where it patterned up. Same thing goes for yours. So we're kind of take it for what it's worth. All right, so where the hell are you? You're in a parking lot. Congrats, you made it. I told you, I take you to weird spots. This place used to be something, which by the way, communication devices, this is where I start withholding information. I will not be giving you questions like what color was George Washington's white horse, like what we did over there with the big red barn. You will be getting the answers from communication. Now, this used to be the Charles and Eliza Pinckney Mansion. Their mansion sat in the front of the space facing East Bay Street. And Eliza's garden lined up with Five Church Restaurant, came all the way across, and we are standing in the servant and slave quarters for the home. That's the layout of the land. So who the hell were these people? Charles and Eliza had a son named Charles. They had a nephew named Charles. That's 3 Chucks, in case you weren't paying attention. That's why we look for those secondary clues. In the event that Hannah hears the name Charles, I need to know which one it is so I know how to address them. So again, I like secondary things. So, yeah, we got some folks walking through. Good job, Nola. Sorry, that's going to be super easy for me to remember now. I actually forgot her first name already. But anyway, back to Charles and Charles. The son and the nephew were signers of the Constitution for South Carolina. That's a big deal for us guys, but I hate politics more than everybody here. We're going to move on. If I don't give those 2 Chucks their recognition, they will do it for me nastily through a spirit box. So I just make sure I give it to them every night, and we move on. We're going to talk about Eliza instead. She has a much better history. Eliza married Charles at a young age according to today's standards. For those of you with communication devices, if you ask her how old she was when she got married, do not expect numbers from the colonial days that she came from, like 12 and 14, when young girls got married. Think of today's standards when people get married because her husband was over double her age. It was creepy then, it's creepy now. I'm kind of giving you a clue. Now, looking around, I don't see there's an age gap between, like the same age gap. Sometimes I've had to put my foot in my mouth because I might have a couple yeah, it's happened. And one time it actually happened when I had the news team following me around doing a story on this because this is a weird thing. But anyway, back to Charles and Eliza. Eliza marries Charles because her father's over in England and he thinks he's dying. I don't know what he has as far as disease goes, but Eliza didn't believe he was dying right just yet. So she stayed put right here. Got married. 1744. You don't get married in that year to get a green card. We're not a country yet. So she did marry him out of love. This is a true love story, everybody. Nothing horrific about it, and we will be respectful while we're here, just so you guys know. Back to Eliza. She was correct. Dad did not die right away. Instead, he starts sending her gifts from England to where you're standing. One of those gifts happened to be the plant seeds of indigo. That's a plant that makes blue dye that makes your blue jeans blue. Some of you are wearing it tonight. However, because that's how we use it today, by the way, that's exactly how we use it. She didn't know what to do with those seeds when she got them. She had to learn from her servants how to keep it going. It's not always warm here. When she learned how to keep it cultivated, she moved it to a cash crop, got a hold of her dad overseas, and told him that the rice plantations were going downhill in price. They were going to make a killing with their indigo. She was correct. And we now have an international businesswoman during colonial times. Something absolutely unheard of. So, you got to see me during like Women's History Month. We talk about a lot
It is
of powerful
Women's
women.
History Month.
March. Yeah, it is.
Damn, look at me. I'm on my damn tooth got me all over the place, guys. Of course, I normally brag about that. I'm like, oh, Jesus. Anyway.
I better tell you what that.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all of the communication device folks. I'll give you a set of focus questions. What I'm going to ask of all of you is, remember, we have 2 cameras, my voice recorder, and 3, 4, 5 communication devices. If Hannah's asking a question, that answer can go over to Sophia, right? That's name, right?
Yeah.
So she can ask a question, and the answer can go anywhere, including the audio from the 2 cameras or my voice recorder. So that's why you guys, especially with the communicators from the FM radio stations, you're going to tell me all the silly things you hear because you don't know what everybody else is asking. If you go rogue and don't use my questions that I throw at you, things we commonly get, be respectful, non-yes, no questions. So that way we can get verification. Does that make sense to everybody? All right, so 2 red spirit boxes. So that would be Mackenzie and Hannah. We're going to start with you. You're going to have the same set of questions. You're going after Eliza's death. She's pretty open about talking about it. So there's only 4 questions that we commonly get answers to. You can continue if you want to, but how old she was when she died, how she died, where she's buried, and which president was a pallbearer at her funeral. Does everybody know what a pallbearer is in this group? Okay.
No. Obviously, what?
A pallbearer.
Like
So
when
at a
you carry
funeral,
the-
Okay,
they
yeah.
carry the coffin
Okay, thanks.
to the grave. There was a president that did that for Miss Eliza. That should show you how important this young lady was.
Okay.
Let's see, where's my word list and the Ouija board? You 2 are going to be working in kind of tandem, I hope.
Okay.
So, Sophia, you're going to be looking for Eliza's full initials in order. No anagram, word scramble. I want them in order if we can get them. E-L-P. You're going to be trying to find out what the L is. The reason why is because the Eliza I just talked about is the second wife named Eliza from Charles back to back. First wife Eliza dies in January. 5 months later, he marries the one we just talked about. Both Elizas have a maiden name that started with the letter L. So hopefully we get that. Tessa, your spirit box likes to give us 1 and 2 syllables at a time. So the mansion's not here anymore. Find out what happened to it. If you get the what, we often will get 2 or 3 numbers from the actual date of that tragedy. I'm giving you a clue that it was some type of tragedy. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. But now that you guys all know that the questions are the EMF readings and how they work, Landon, have you seen any other numbers?
I saw 9.1, but that's about that.
I have censures. What?
Possibly. I want more with that. We're talking about the pink.
I saw a bunch of letters.
So,
Okay.
I don't think I can make. You can't. Do you think you can make anything of this?
No.
So,
Yeah.
Landon, your new baseline is 9.1.
Okay.
Don't see anything below that. That's just stuff you got to shout out. All right, guys, let's spread out. I'm going to keep Sophia behind so I can show her more about this.
It keeps going off. Random letters.
Yeah, you also, like, that thing is a little faulty, so let me show you a picture.
Oh, we have to go together. Can I go?
Okay. Just like in this.
Completely
Okay, ready? You have to ask.
I'm freaked out.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You have to ask what happened here, right?
Yeah.
Hello, Eliza. Are you here? Because we were just wondering what happened here.
Can you repeat that?
Wait, let's go further. Oh, that's a song.
Eliza, what happened here?
Yeah. This is harder than I thought. Like, to listen.
Hello?
It's like rock.
What do we ask next? Oh my god.
Oh yeah, we
Oh my god.
asked
Oh my god. Wait. Because that's like round. There's nothing in front of that. But it just. You see that?
Did something pop? Oh.
Eliza.
Oh,
I want to cry.
wait, things were coming up.
Wait, that's a tree though.
Oh, yeah, it's a good portion.
Eliza. Wait. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Eliza, what happened here?
What else did I say to ask?
You just kind of gave me one. I was like,
I think that's well. That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
sign in the
Oh,
tree.
yeah.
Let's go over.
what'd that say? She's here, maybe?
January 2nd.
January 2nd?
January.
What was, Eliza, what was January 2nd?
Huh? That was like a man's voice.
What happened on January 2nd? Okay, let's go this way.
Okay.
Did something happen on...
They didn't say.
Did something happen to you on January 2nd? He's drunk.
Yeah, he's wasted.
When did you meet your husband?
Eliza, what was the plant you grew? Plant. I think so. What did you grow? Or maybe what color was it?
It's true. Eliza, what happened on January 2nd?
I was like trying to say something.
It said January 2nd.
I know. That was the clearest thing.
Okay, let's go this way. Then over here.
Yeah.
What happened on January 2nd?
Guess something? Guess mine? Maybe not. Is it? That's just song. You fall.
She pushed him. No, there you
Hello,
go.
Eliza. My stepmom's name was Liza. Do you think you could say hi to me, please?
We're like homies. It gave me a P before he taught me how to reset it.
Eliza. I just asked how old she was when she died. I asked her about the plant too. Here they go. Yeah.
What else did they say to ask?
It was like, oh, Eliza, do you know where you're buried? Could you tell us? Or give us like a clue maybe? Or give someone else a sign? Or tell them where?
SUV.
Really?
That's what I've had for like 5 seconds.
Oh.
Hello?
There is an SUV right there. That's kind of cool. Actually, there's an SUV right there.
Should we tell them about January 2nd?
Yeah. But
We didn't. It just said it though. We didn't ask. Are you ready?
are you ready for what?
Was it?
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
That's like that.
It's like, yeah, that is classical music. What that was right, yeah. I just heard code words.
Eliza, where are you buried?
About wild stories about her. Always joking about that. Problem? Oh. Eliza, what'd you say?
Can you repeat that?
Please. I'm really interested in knowing. I want to learn about your history. I would love to see your garden. And Eliza, I appreciate.
Where are
I
you
don't know.
buried?
Is this plant?
She said plants.
Plants? Pants?
Plants.
Pants? Oh. Okay.
We it said January 2nd a while ago.
January 2nd?
Yeah, that's the clearest thing ever.
That we've had.
Yeah.
We didn't even ask though anything before that one.
but I mean.
Oh, well, we asked what happened, but.
Oh yeah, but
I'd have to like see if something else
Okay,
pop up.
that's all. Okay. After?
Anything else specific?
That was like the clearest thing. That's it. And we've
Yeah.
been asking more questions, but.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just remember, you might not always get the answer.
Yeah.
You might go to somebody else.
Uh-huh.
Depending on where
Yeah,
Eliza's
that-
at. Like, he just had a 66 show up, so
Oh!
yeah. Like,
Sorry.
No, that's good. Like, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
So if I'm not worried about it, like that's good. Like I'm okay with that range.
Yeah.
Normally the highest peak here average is about 22. We usually get like 18 to 22s 5 nights out a week. But the fact that he went all the way up to 66.
That's awesome.
You guys want all your
The only thing that's so relevant, I have her like, and I asked
Eliza, how old were you when you got married? Are you willing to tell us?
we won't judge Eliza.
No. People get married at all ages now. It's like a cool like rooftop bar. Yeah. Sorry, we're getting
Eliza, have
sidetracked,
you ever
Eliza.
been to the rooftop bar?
Imagine if there was one. But Cuba?
Subo?
Now it says Subo.
Subo? Eliza, did you have
Subo.
Revoke?
I don't know if it's gonna be a
Or
word.
revoke?
but- Okay. Oh my god, they said okay.
Okay.
I mean, I
Is
don't know,
she-
but
is
an
she
O went,
okay?
and then a co.
Oh yeah,
K
maybe
went.
she's okay.
Are you okay?
Eliza, are you okay? Are you okay?
I'm dragging that, but it could work. You okay?
Oh wait, that's a yes or no question.
Yeah? Did that just say yeah?
That just said hey. Did you not hear
I
that?
heard hey.
Hey, I just heard hey.
Okay. The O and
From
K
the
went
what?
right next to each other.
okay.
Yeah, like okay.
That sounded like oh my god. Like
Eliza, you gave us a gardening term. Can you give us something else like that? Tell us something about your garden that was here. See how you're not going to hear as much as everybody else.
This is the most quiet it's been in a minute.
Yeah, actually.
I would say you're not getting good reception here. Move.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true. We heard it
Over here.
Speaking chapstick in your first
I don't. Sorry.
I just thought
Because this is where we saw the thing earlier.
Can
and
you
that's
tell us
so cool.
something about your garden? Oh, maybe a color. of
Did
a
you have
flower?
any plants in your garden that were
kind of
special?
Yeah.
What kind of favorite
tools?
Yeah, favorite flower.
What is?
I swear, it was like,
Eliza, what was your favorite flower?
I heard weather.
tulips. I don't know, tea.
Do you have a favorite
I
flower?
just thought about that. Yeah.
There's a lot of what?
I heard cloud.
Clouds?
Yeah.
It's not a cloudy night, Eliza. It's not. We can see the
Tea?
beautiful
Does
stars.
tea
Kinda
mean
sound like you said
tulips,
not a cloud.
Eliza?
Yeah. That just say January. Again. Did it say I'm alright? That could be a song though. Are you low?
Eliza, are tulips your favorite flowers? Is that what the tea is for?
Tulips are beautiful.
Yeah, I like them.
Much different colors too. Have you ever seen like those tulips?
The tulip field. I wanted to look so bad.
Where are they? I think like she probably has one. Why do you have a garden?
Oh no, I thought this was clowns. I shouldn't be, but I.
That's my shadow. That scared the fuck out of me. It turned into a person on the car. Watch.
Oh, it's your shadow.
It's so clear. We're fucked. Sorry, Eliza. Eliza.
Oh, look at that boy. Wait.
Eliza. Is this boy my husband?
Hey, Eliza, will this be her husband? The future love of her life?
We're gonna get kicked out of here. Eliza, did you have a favorite flower?
That just said yeah.
Yeah.
Eliza, can you tell us?
Your favorite
Your
flower?
favorite?
Say no.
Are you able
Did
to
you-
tell us?
I heard shit.
Yeah. Are you able to tell us your favorite flower?
T-B. Ooh, hydrangeas.
What? Me?
Me?
That was me.
Yeah.
She said she's her favorite flower.
K. Maybe, wait, does this rearrange anything that could be like the answer to one of our questions? Any of these? That doesn't look like a flower? I don't know.
No.
No. So we woke up to well.
No, there's like one vowel.
Yeah. Eliza, what did you like to plant in your garden?
Who was the president that carried?
I don't remember the word.
Albert.
Can you?
I heard Noah. But I don't think it was President Noah.
Got a history.
Did you have a favorite plant? Please tell me. Eliza, please help us and tell us your favorite plant.
We would love to know.
Keep sounding like you say no.
Maybe she doesn't want to talk.
What do we got going on?
Nothing. What was?
Oh well.
What did it say? Was it no? You
Yeah,
gotta
but we
know.
also heard like yeah.
Yeah. So.
But
But
it
what
was
was the
just.
question?
I think it was like.
Will you tell us your favorite? Like,
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah.
like, will you tell us your favorite flower? And she just said yes. And then she didn't. Then we were
Okay,
like, what
so
is
to me
it?
that's nothing.
Yeah.
Throw that shit
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
You can't prove it.
That
It
was
is
like
what
that
it
was
is.
like the only like thing we really got.
Okay, so I'm going to call this one a wrap because we actually have quite a bit going on amongst the other devices
Okay.
that I need to explain because it's something new for me and I'm actually excited. This is me excited, everybody. Like I'm not, demons aren't within me and start pounding on walls like Mr. Zach.
Should I stop this?
Yeah, let's go ahead and put a stop.
yes. I believe it's that. I said, please come through and be gay man. B M. Keep coming through. Keep coming.
Where are we back?
EMJ.
Yeah, period.
I thought you said stage for
EMJ. G.
I don't have to write yours down. This is doing it for me. Let's move on to the next one. Guess what you get? Nothing.
We got a BMJ.
I just got fined from.
Go. I just got go. They said G-O.
3 or more letters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, fined her.
Okay, so two.
Go.
Go.
Mackenzie, what'd you
Never
get?
mind.
Okay, so since we were walking, I just sit around.
AX.
Only something.
Hang on, let's stop at dog for a second. Where did you get that?
Like right when we started.
When we first left the lot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Only something. My whole family. Smile. On a corner.
Are you?
Two. Like just a number two.
Were we on a corner?
R-U-N comes up.
Across the lot?
Yeah. You can. And then just you. And then right here.
Russ.
What was the last one?
And I said her.
Rosa?
They got a whole list.
I was just I got blood.
Let's talk about why we're here.
Let's talk about it.
What? Okay, it's not a letter.
It beeped and it just did the first thing blank, and then it did another letter. Like it was
No,
like
not
see what
now.
P says, and then it says mag. It like did the beep beep beep, lights it up, like lit up like that, but it just said mag and there was nothing else in it. P-O.
You're going to be looking for the initials RI in here. That's RI.
Gotcha. Oh wow.
So let's talk about why we're here and where the heck we actually are. Cameras, implement other tourists that come in here. This is a staple from every ghost tour. They're going to come out of that wall where Tom is pointing his camera, or they're going to come in the way that we did.
Okay.
So just kind of point your cameras back inside the circle when they come by, and we'll let them pass by and we'll continue.
Okay.
So let's kind of talk about where we're at. Oh, by the way, EMF readers, I want you guys looking for 8 and above. Those lampposts are going to give us a little bit of EMF. So landing 8 or above on yours for sure. This ratio.
On what's next?
I'm excited
BBQ,
about
barbecue.
find her in those three things.
Yeah, excited.
really strange and blood.
Yeah. Coaches, you're going to see why. Why it's looking for stage.
Okay.
Stage. So, this is Philadelphia Alley. This used to be called Jewelers Alley. This is where some of the duels used to occur.
Duelers.
Oh, that's awesome.
So,
Blood.
when I say some of the duels used to occur here, it's because it was illegal in the 1700s and you had to find a hiding spot. This just happened to be one of them. Every ghost tour that comes down here tells you the same damn story. I'm going to give you the same story, but I'm going to throw in some extra details because you're ghost hunting. You're not on a campfire marshmallow ghost tour like all the others. Okay?
No,
Yes, I say that
thank
out
you.
loud And I don't care who hears me.
Period.
Now, with that said, here's how it goes. A doctor moves down here from Rhode Island. So there's your first RI that you're looking for. Rhode Island. He moves down here. His name is Dr. Joseph Brown Ladd. I say his name slowly because those of you still listening to your spirit boxes like Hannah and Mackenzie, if you guys hear the song Brown Eyed Girl, it's not coincidence. We get it all the time. It's part of his name. Yeah, see where I'm going with that?
Factor.
Factor. I love how she's going to interrupt me all the time. I know, she's so excited. So, Dr. Ladd moves here because he's supposed to get married to his fiancée, Amanda. Amanda just inherited a bunch of money from her dead parents. She's an attorney helping her out with all of this cash that she just got. The attorney thinks that Dr. Ladd is after Amanda's money, so he tells Amanda to get rid of him. He comes here to Charleston to prove that he's not. On his way into town, he had a coach. They brought him in. Coachman. The coachman set him up to be robbed and killed. Yeah, it was like having a really bad Uber driver. So you thought to think about that next time you take an Uber. Somebody was walking by and seen what was about to happen because they knew the coachman. Somebody walking by, his name, Ralph Isaacs. Anybody recognize those initials?
Alright.
We were getting that all the time on the regular spirit boxes like Hannah and Mackenzie's, so I bought the device that Sophia is using on purpose for this location. So we've had the letters RI when I brought up Ralph's name in the past, about 6 times in the past year, so kind of keep that in mind. Anyway, back to Ralph. He tells Doc, I know this guy. He's going to try to kill you. Come with me. I got friends at 59 Church Street. You can rent a room from them. You'll be safe. Good to go. Doc took him up on the offer, and the 2 gentlemen became friends. Now, the longer the doctor stays here, he started his medical practice. He's doing pretty well for himself. He's proving his point. He wasn't after Amanda's money. He's making his own. But she gets wind of this. She's coming down so they could be married. Dr. Ladd then became known as the Whistling Doctor. Here's why I hate this story. So, it's a cliche. Every haunted city you're ever going to visit has a cliched whistling ghost. We all have one. Ours just happens to be a doctor. Getting back to Dr. Ladd and why we're in Duelers Alley. Doc and Ralph go see plays together. They can't sit next to each other because the doctor makes more money. That's the hierarchy of Charleston. So he gets better seats. Now, they go see Richard III one night, and they're arguing on the way home as they're talking about this new actress that was here in town. Doc thought she was great. Ralph didn't. The algernon turns into Ralph insulting the doctor's fiancée, Amanda, back home in Rhode Island. Yeah, got really ugly. They went their separate ways. But Ralph went to his friends at the newspaper and placed an ad telling the whole city of Charleston what he thought of the doctor. Kind of a, you're a disgrace to society kind of mentality behind it. Doc saw the ad, but rebutted with, let's go to Duelers Alley. We're going to settle this. Keep in mind that this argument started over an actress. Pretty dumb. Now, they came down, back to back, close to 10 paces. They turned. The doctor pointed his gun in the air and shot. He didn't want to kill his friend. He just wanted the courage to show up. So Ralph has his one bullet, puts it in the kneecap on the doctor. Doc didn't die, but Ralph proved his point. He's still pissed. Doc fell, but his friends picked him up. They took him home, 59 Church Street. He dies 10 days later after refusing medical treatment on November 2nd of 1786. I'm going to point out 2 things. First off, it's 1786. Gunshot wounds back then, a lot different than what we know of them now. Secondly, he's a doctor. He probably just thought he had lead poisoning and tried to bleed it out himself, but obviously he failed because he passed away. Now, every tour tells you, listen for the whistles. You guys hear how quiet it is right now? Without that air conditioner running? It, on a busy Saturday afternoon, this is what it sounds like. It is always this quiet. Keep in mind, if you're going to walk through here, well, let me just point out two things. We're running 2 cameras plus my voice recorder. If we're going to get a whistle, more than likely it'll come up there. Spirit boxes, especially the recordable one that Hannah has, I can't tell you how many times, dozens and dozens of times, we've had the whistling part of a song and then the word doctor from a commercial immediately after. Doctor happens all the time. So I don't look for it, they just happen. So it's just one of those pieces. Now, if you're going to try this on your own and walk all the way through the alley and try to use your voice recorders from your phones, trying to find a whistle, just remember, every local knows this damn story. Anybody walking up and down Cumberland or Queen Street, we all throw a whistle down the alley. I used to do it every single night. Now, my garage used to be over, we passed it, and then my office is up this way. So when I'm done uploading your data, I used to have to walk to the garage at 4 in the morning. After I'm done recording and uploading your stuff. And I'd always throw a whistle down the alley, especially since I've been thrown out of here. Let's talk about that, because that's a good time. So it actually explains why we go to the next location. So remember, when we go over to the next location, you will be getting things from Dr. Ladd as well. And he does like to follow me around town, even though every ghost tour tells his tale. I'm the only one that can communicate back to him. Okay. So he does like to show up at our last stop because that 59 Church Street is nearby. It's like 0.3 miles away from our location. So he likes to slip into our Estes Method sessions as well. It's very interesting. I never know who's actually there. But anyway, this alley didn't go all the way through that way, the way we came in. There was a wall up there because before it was Dueler's Alley, it was called Cow Alley. We're going further back in time. This is where they kept the cows, the chickens, the goats. This is where they kept all the livestock. So what does that mean for you? That means that the bricks you're standing on are not as old as the ones that are at the end of Queen Street, because that's where the alley started. Those bricks down there are sun-dried bricks from slave children. There's a full handprint from a slave child down there. Fingerprint swipes and others. I used to take my groups down there for a history lesson. There's nothing paranormal about it. We all need to see how far we've come away from slavery. Yeah. Remember how I treat that brick the same way I do a grave. That kid's not there, guys. Yeah. So there's no point in me going to try to find something paranormal. However, November 26th, 2020, my entire group of 10 is huddled around that brick waiting for something to happen with all the gear. I'm trying to shoot them along because I know nothing's going to happen, and we're also outside the dining room window of the beautiful mansion at the end of the alley. I'm just trying to be respectful. I didn't realize I was out of bounds for tours. The new owner of that mansion came out screaming. My daughter thought it was hysterical because her father's getting yelled at, and she was on the tour that night. She was like 12 or 13. Of course, it's funny to her. We just moved on. The next day was Thanksgiving. I don't tour on Thanksgiving because prior to this, I worked in upper management for Walmart, and you guys all like to fight over towels on Thanksgiving. You scarred me for life for working on Thanksgiving. So the next day after that, November 28th, I called my partner that I had, and I told him what happened about the angry neighbor. He laughed at me just like my daughter did, by the way. He said, you're only allowed to go down halfway. So it's residential past that. Reroute your group. So I told my group that night, because I'm sold out again, it's Black Friday. I don't believe in the next story because I'm into vampires, not pirates. We're obviously discussing pirates next, in case you didn't pick that up. So before we left, somebody heard the name Anne on a spirit box. I didn't tell them which pirate we were going to be investigating. The female pirate, Anne Bonny. So I was like, well, hot damn, maybe we're going to get something. We go around the corner. I told them what I did know about pirates. Remember that it's just a little bit because I only had a few hours to look some stuff up about Anne Bonny. I've never had anything happen over there prior. But somebody else with a spirit box heard the number 300. I don't know what that one means. Wrote it down, research it. We were there November 28th of 2020. Anne Bonny's trial for piracy was November 28th of 1720. The exact 300th anniversary of her pirate trial. Yes. Now, this is normally the reaction that I get, but I was actually pissed off. Let me explain. Master's degree in creative writing and a few other bachelor degrees all in writing. I need facts and data, especially when I'm doing this. Pirate stories come from pirate lore, which was written 100 years after the golden age of piracy of the days of Blackbeard and Anne Bonny. Okay, so that's a problem for me. So when you guys find things, I have to read a shit ton of books to kind of verify what's happening. I've read more books on pirates, watched more documentaries on pirates, and I've even played video games on pirates just to get a different perspective. So kind of keep that in mind. What I'm about to tell you at the next location came from a minimum of 2 resources for every sentence that comes out of my mouth. So I don't have all the answers for that location, and I'm not going to keep it controlled like what I did at the Eliza Pinckney Mansion. I'll give you a few things that I leave out of the story just so you have something to get started, but it'll be a free will kind of thing. I'll talk more about that once we get there. The gate, before we leave, just because I always like to point this out, especially since people that are actually seem like they're interested in it. Remember I told you that the alley didn't go all the way through this way? If there was a loser to the duel down here, this was the shortcut to get to the cemetery on the other side of the wall. Otherwise, they got to take the dead body all the way down to Queen Street and then double back to go drop the body before they could go celebrate the winter. I like to call this the Death Gate. The wrought iron was probably not here until the like 1900s, but you could see that the archway is definitely part of the original wall. Not a whole lot of people know why this gate is actually here, but the gate is definitely locked because the new laws and the way the property separates. But I find it very interesting that not a whole lot. I still can't find the article where I found that information out, but I've been talking about it for 4 years now. So my daughter makes fun of me all the time. Nugget of history, Dad. There you go. Throw it in there. Anything weird before we leave the space?
I had arrangement,
Okay.
Trick, and then Brad. And arrangement was as we were walking back. Trick was when you were talking about, him shooting in the sky, but not in the, like.
So he tricked him.
He tricked him.
Okay.
And then I just had the name Brad.
Wait, couldn't Trick kind of go with like, I was gonna say Uber driver. The guy,
The coachman.
Yeah.
coachman in the beginning, like kind of trick
Could.
him, I guess.
It could.
Or set him up, I guess. I don't know.
I think we're reaching, but it's all.
I have ambitious.
That's ambitious
That's
of you to
Ann
say
Bonnet.
that.
Remember, we can get it over from her over here
Okay.
too. So, Hannah, did you hear anything? Or are
I
you
heard
focused
like
on
end well or something like that.
end well? We are going to end well.
Okay.
Anybody else? Mackenzie? Anything? Girl, you got it. Pick it up.
I'm sorry.
Pick your fire. What happened? Dude, you can
A
do it.
million.
It's a quick tap. Just so you know, it's not a long hold. It's a very quick tap. Cameras, you can leave them running as we go up and around the corner. Completely up to you. But when we get up over there, we'll just stay out of the way of the other tours in the event that there are some. I mean, this is a Rando Tuesday. And by the way, this is me sold out, and you guys haven't seen any other tour around. Again, that's how this normally works. Try to see this in January. I'm literally like the only person working anywhere. It's just so weird. I come out here bundled up. I got my heated gloves, and I got my thermal pants on, and let's go ghost hunting. Like, that's kind of how I do this. And I'm normally, even in January, I try to pile you guys all on. Just two. So even if it's just 2 people, kind of thing, I'll come down. But if I can get you, hey, go to tomorrow. There'll be 8 instead of 2. That kind of mentality. Any other major questions on dueling that I might be able to ask?
I don't know, I just got stick.
Stick and trick. Stick trick. Yeah, I got nothing. Okay. All right, let's go learn about some rated R pirates.
Okay.
Then we got my dad joke. Awesome.
Oh, I got it.
Well, if
Rated R.
well, here's the thing. If R isn't a pirate's favorite letter, then what is it?
I.
That's good, right?
No, babe, no.
I made
That's
it.
actually good.
Thank
It
you.
must be the C.
Oh.
I think mine was better.
I think it was better.
I was so confident with that. That's
You
so
were.
funny.
It was good.
It's like I made it.
That noise, it's literally you.
Have you ever heard somebody so confident about something in their life?
We gotta put that in the notes list. I'm gonna remember that.
Oh, no one split the pole.
I know.
She's talking about Walmart.
It's like I fucking hate my boss. Like my coworkers suck. I want to get an iPad and get one of those and just like start vlogging on it. Cause like look at that, look how
Ghost
convenient the
too.
whole thing that is. Like it's like. Okay, the only thing I don't want is like to clear it each time, just because it's easier to read. Oh, the pop. It was ugly. It's okay.
Yeah, it just growled. Like a pirate?
I made it.
What does it sound like? Yeah. Left the pole.
Like I actually have to close my eyes.
Oh, what is this? Oh, a church.
Really, I love it. How do you think
What the heck?
I'm like, I miss you.
Oh, it's my shadow. Why are you doing that? Stupid shadow.
Anybody call me?
Wait, oh, it's my shadow. Oh, Teresa.
Oh, it's turf. That's actually super pretty.
It is. I want to take a picture. Wait, don't move. Oh, sorry, Sophia. I'm on a ghost tour right now. No, my dad said talking.
Let's see. Did you get anything? I know we were chatting. Anna?
Friends and family sale.
What?
Going there, right? What else do we have? Ouija board device. Nothing?
I have discourage. Like it keeps going off, and it just says like it goes off fast and quick, but it's just like random letters, like but a lot of Z's and B's.
Yeah.
Now H's are very common.
Let me know if you see in this order SHH, like you're being shushed.
Okay.
Let me know for sure. I'll be interested in that. I'm sorry.
Discourage.
That's it?
Mhm.
That's how you're feeling right now? Just
No,
discouraged?
no. No, I'm feeling very hopeful, but yeah.
I should have won something.
Yeah, just chill. For sure. So, did you guys notice the little tiny building over there with the crosses on it?
Yeah.
Those
No.
are crosses. Let me explain. Those are earthquake bolts. If you don't know what those are, because you haven't taken tours here in Charleston yet, they're basically turnbuckles. So if we have another earthquake, like what I mentioned earlier in 1886, which we haven't, by the way, you can turn those turnbuckles and it tightens the building so it doesn't incur further damage. It's a great idea, it just doesn't work. Yeah, it's stupid. The only reason I bring those up is because it's part of the reason why we're here. That's the first set of earthquake bolts that Charleston ever put in, because that's the gunpowder magazine. So that is the oldest government building in South Carolina. So it was.
I have danger.
I'm talking about earthquake, maybe.
They were. So basically why we're here is because this is what I call familiar. You guys all watch the TV shows, which is super great, which means you've seen the Boo Buddy. The Boo Buddy is the teddy bear with the little K2 meter in it and says, ooh, that tickles when a ghost touches it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they use that to try to attract the child
You
ghost,
weren't
am I correct? They do that because the child would recognize the teddy bear as a toy. Think of that concept with this building. We don't have many buildings this old in Charleston, and it's from Anne Bonny's era of when she was actually here. So it's what I call a familiar. So that's why we're here. It's a roll of the dice if she'll be here at the same time that we are, but remember, we're going to hopefully get lead over from Dr. Ladd, who's always around. So that's kind of like why this is kind of a 50-50 shot. Now, I will breeze through this story, but I will slow down on the crazy twist because we are talking about a kick-ass female pirate. And there's a lot of information here. And I know you guys are anxious to get back to work. So Nola is already like on it, like she's just floating that camera everywhere. And I like how she's responding to Nola. So anyway, the building took 10 years to build. Does that sound like our government? Small building, 10 years?
Yeah.
No, not at all. I'll answer for you. It's fine. But anyway, right in the middle of the building's construction is where our story begins. By the way, I am excited about a 2.5 in here, so just kind of keep that in mind.
All right.
$100. 1708, a young lady moves here from Ireland. Her name is Anne Cormack. She comes here with her father and his mistress. The mistress is Anne's mother. Is everybody with me so far? Mm-hmm. The three of them running away from her father's angry wife. How mad was that wife that she kicked them out of the damn country when there's no such thing as airplanes yet? Yeah, 1708, guys. They came here by boat. They landed in Georgetown. That's between us and Myrtle Beach, about an hour and a half north. Dad bought a plantation up there. Mom died pretty quickly. That means Dad is now sending young Anne down here to Charlestown to sell things from the plantation to keep things afloat. Hence the familiar building. That's why we're here. Now, Anne back home in Ireland was said to be a badass even when she was a little kid. So when she was 7, 8, or 9 years old, remember it's pirate lore, nothing is exact, they say she killed a servant with a knife to the belly. I'm just giving you this young lady's mentality as we move through her story. Now, fast forward, what do you have?
No, I had danger.
Danger.
I ran.
Well, I can't tell you how many times. Well, we used to get servant, knife, and belly coming out of 3 different devices. It happens all the time. So, fast forward, the building's done in 13, but by 1715, pirates are starting to come through Charlestown. Anne is stoked. She's going to fall in love with one of these dudes because she wants to earn her freedom, just like a man. The first guy she fell in love with, and I say first that way, is because there's a good handful. We're going to talk about all of them. That's what makes the story so damn good. First guy is James Bonny. You already know where this one's going. Dad didn't approve because he's a filthy pirate, so they ran away to Jamaica and got married. Anne Cormack became Anne Bonny. That's where her pirate name came from. However, When she gets down there, she realizes her new husband is not the Captain Jack Sparrow that she was hoping for. This guy turns out to be a privateer. That means he's a spy for the British. He's a coward. She isn't who she wants.
No.
She falls in love again a few years later. Guy number 2. I'll keep track for you. Guy number 2 is John Rackham. Everybody calls him Calico Jack. This is the guy they based your Johnny Depp character off of, in case you were wondering. He has his own ship, he has his own crew, and wants to be part of that crew. You can't put a female on a pirate ship because it's bad luck. So he makes a deal with her. If you dress like a guy and look like my crew, you can be part of my crew. She's okay with this because Dad used to cross-dress her as a boy apprentice back home in Ireland to hide her from his wife. She gets it. It's a man's world. But we're pretty much all adults here. Think about it. She's also a female in Jack's quarters. She's eventually going to get pregnant. You can't have a pregnant pirate dude on the crew. Someone's going to figure out that she's a girl. And they'll get rid of Jack because it is a democracy on every ship. They'll vote him off. So he, before she starts the show, drops her off in Cuba. Have the baby here with these friends of mine and come back later. We'll figure it out. She goes and has that baby, returns with no child. We have no idea what happened to that baby. None of my research has ever discovered it. But she also comes back dressed as a female. This makes Jack pretty angry. Everybody's gonna know he let a girl on his ship. To make him even more mad, she's gonna go flirting with the pirate crew that he just captured down below deck. Guy number 3, by the way. Guy number 3 turns out to be a female, dressed like a guy to be part of the crew that Calico Jack just captured. So now we have 2 females, dressed like pirates, trying to be, dressed like males trying to be pirates. You guys get the point. Her name is Mary Reed. She went by Mark Reed to become a pirate. So both of her names will pop up occasionally. So her and Mary became friends for sure, maybe lovers. We're not really sure because of the time frame. But the British find out where they are. They send a whole fleet of ships after one pirate ship to come take it down. The rumor is that Anne and Mary were the only 2 pirates not drunk enough to come up and fight with 1-bullet flintlocks. That's a gun back then. So in case you weren't real hip to firearms back then. But 2 ladies with 1-bullet guns cannot take on a whole fleet of ships with cannons. So why aren't the 2 ladies using the cannons from their ship? They haven't been pirates for very long. They don't know how. So obviously they get arrested. As they're being arrested, she looks at her captain and beau, Calico Jack, and says, "I'm sorry to see you here, but if you would have fought like a man, you wouldn't be hanged like a dog." Somebody heard the word dog earlier. Where did it come from?
Yeah, I did.
That's why I was kind of wondering, where did you hear it? You heard it pretty far back, so I have to discount it. But the word dog does show up quite a bit. We've even had barking show up here. You guys hear it along the way and don't realize what's going on. It comes out of a TV commercial or something. But anyway, the judge wants to see the 2 quote-unquote men that fought back so valiantly on their own. He's already tried and hung Calico Jack and the drunk pirates that wouldn't fight. They're dead and gone. The 2 ladies go in front of the judge and reveal their gender, hoping to save themselves. The judge could give a shit that they're female. He's still gonna hang them. They're still pirates. So they scream out, "We plead our bellies," which means they're claiming to be pregnant. You cannot hang a pregnant woman in 1720. It's illegal. He sends them both back to jail, delays the hanging. Dad is still up here in South Carolina with all of his Irish money. He bails out Anne and brings her home. She remarries. That's husband number 2. With guy number 4. We're gonna count Mary. We don't really know.
Yeah.
She has 4 kids, dies at the age of 84. Very abrupt ending because we can't make any factor, out of her life after her pirate career. It's all speculative fiction, so it's all rumor. I don't like to spread rumors. Mary Reed, 5 months later, in that Jamaican jail, dies from whatever pirates die from in a Jamaican jail. Use your imagination. Most books would tell you that it was fever. I'll tell you it was probably scurvy. Make it romantic. I don't care what you call it. Now, again, I'm not going to control, like I said, so I'm just going to throw out a few details that I left out on purpose just so you had something to work with. This is also not a place where I say you have to be perfectly respectful, like the Eliza Pinckney Mansion. I'll explain later about the Pinckney Mansion, of why we have to be respectful there. But this place, I usually say if you brought a bottle of rum and you smoke, have at it. It'll probably attract her to talk to you more. But here's what I left out. The names of Anne Bonny's parents, the father and the mistress. I never told you what their names were. The name of Calico Jack's ship. The name of the city where Anne grew up in Ireland, and the color of Anne's hair. Everything else is fair game. If you ask questions about her abandoned child in Cuba, I have no idea if that child lived, died, or was whatever. So I can't prove it, but it might be a personal conversation to you, and it's your personal experience at that point. It does not count as evidence because I cannot prove it. Is that fair to everybody? EMF readers, the closer you get to those bushes along the other end, we have 2 electrical poles with transformers down there pretty close that will influence your device. I do not get excited about that, or the parking meters. I normally get excited about the back half of this location. So it looks like we only have 3 cars in here, and they're all kind of condensed, so we're just going to stay the hell away from those 3 cars, and let's get investigating. Let's see what we can find out of this
I
location.
got ran when you were talking about how
her running away.
she went from
Nice.
from there to here.
I want you to definitely keep an eye out for that SHH that
Okay.
you're talking about. And then, of course, Anne Bonny, AB.
What's up, Anne?
And what's the color of your hair? Is your hair color red, Ian?
Yeah, that's what I think it is for some reason.
What color is your hair?
And
What was the other one?
what was the name of the ship called?
What- yeah,
that
what
you,
was-
that you were on by Captain.
Jack.
Well, that's not his name. It's the guy based off of his name.
No,
I
but
don't-
there's Calico Jack. What do you call
was
him?
his name Jack?
I think they didn't name him.
Oh.
What was the name of your lover's ship? What was the other one? I forgot. Why did I forget every other one he said? It was like,
What was the second one?
that fucking scared me, I can tell you that. I thought it was raining. I was like,
Oh.
what were the questions?
It was hair color.
Hair color.
What was the name of the ship? Loose.
I heard this. And what was the color of your hair? I heard white.
Yeah. And what happened to your baby?
Oh.
Are you willing to tell us? Whoa, look at that. That's pretty.
Oh. Another.
Another. Do you have another kid? I was gonna say. Do you have another baby? Oh well, yeah, she did.
Yeah, she had 4.
Yeah, she had 4 more.
What other questions were there besides hair color?
And that. And her. What was
Parents' names?
Oh yeah. What are your parents' name, Anne? The one that was in. Oh no, that was a different story.
What was the town you're from in Ireland? What was the town you're from in Ireland, Anne?
Whoa, it's like.
Quiet over here. Anne, what town are you from?
And we would love to know the color of your hair. Because pirates are.
Could you divulge in that information?
Yeah.
Anne,
Is it red? Oh wait, you can't ask me.
Yeah. What color is your hair? Repeat?
That's Taylor Swift.
Yeah. But what if it was Taylor Swift red?
Oh, like her album or
Yeah.
the song?
Anne, what was the color of your hair?
Only no, I feel like that he would be like, it's ridiculous.
That's speculation. You can
Obviously, it's like overthinking.
For now?
For now.
Oh. Anne, what color is your hair? Anne, where are you from? Let's walk over there, even though he said not like this, not much.
Okay.
Anne, where are you from?
FJ. Like, I've gotten it like 3 times.
You'll have to count them.
Maybe she's from Cork. Did he say that already?
Where? What happened to your baby? What happened to your first boy child, Anne?
I thought he said not to ask about the baby.
No, it's
No, he
the
doesn't-
the other one.
He said, like, you won't be as sensitive.
No, but I thought he said not to because he doesn't know because it's like there's no facts on it.
Oh.
Because he can't be like, yeah, we know that one.
Or we can just. Oh, really?
He doesn't know where they was the baby or whatever.
Right, like
Yeah,
he can't be like, yeah, that's true. Or,
There's
yeah.
nothing on it.
Yeah.
I think they looked it up before.
Even just to maybe like get something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
He like maybe.
Yeah.
Anne, where are you from?
Son of a bitch.
What color is your hair, Anne? Have you You got an answer of it? Ask her.
Okay, so we're over there.
What did I say?
This is like
Hey?
And
Red?
What is the color of your hair? I'm like talking into the phone.
And what's your hair color?
and what color's your hair?
What was the name of your camera stand? What was the name of your rubber sheet?
Oh my god, my cramps.
The wind is I think that's a lane.
No, I don't.
Oh my god.
Is it the sign?
Oh no, that's the tree. Oh wait, no, it's not.
There's no sign right there.
Oh yeah, there is.
Wait, no, it's in
not.
like the
Oh, it
hole.
is the sign.
No, it's not. Wait,
It looks like it's in front of the building. Like
it might be the sign,
I think it might be.
but it looks like it's like above
it
the
looks like
sign.
it's like
Yeah.
the shadow of the building.
Like it's right
When
above.
you moved down, it was like staying there longer.
See where it is? It's like above that sign, but in between the trees.
Anna, are you standing right there? Oh wait, that's a yes or no question. Oh, darn.
So I'm gonna keep it there. I'm gonna put myself in there for reference.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like so like compact. Yeah.
Yeah, it disappeared though. Oh wait, no, it's
Once a day?
It keeps like
it's like
popping in.
it's bigger than you when it pops up.
It was small when it.
Yeah, it's like definitely a little closer this way.
Looks like it's above that sign.
Yeah, like it keeps going.
In between the tree and the
Yeah.
bush.
Yeah, you think that's
So again, I'll definitely analyze it when I get to the office.
yeah.
I'm not excited about it right now because normally with stuff like that, and we're not sure what it is, we can say, hey, if you're Ann, can you raise your right hand? And if we get
Right.
that kind of interaction, that's obviously valid proof. And that's why I continue to use this. But I've had that thing for about a year, maybe a year and a half now. I've
Yeah.
had about 4 to 5 interactions like that. Hey, can you move to the left? Can you raise your left hand? Raise your left foot? You know, whatever, something very specific. But with what you have there, it's too layered
Yeah.
to really be able to tell.
Yeah.
Like, at least in real time.
I got CFJ like 3 times.
CFJ. I got nothing on that.
105. Is that a number of anything?
I don't know. We're gonna find out. What else do we have?
I got
I heard-
Mila,
I got once a day.
MILA, crack.
She ain't tell me shit. That's a pole.
Anything else come through?
I heard baby again.
And then Wisconsin after. And then the River Street and North Charleston.
Anything crazy going on with your stuff? Actually, the biggest orb I've ever caught, intelligent orb, has been here with that camera.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean, it was bigger than my head. So it actually came towards me. I didn't know what was going on. I was doing a demonstration of like laser lights and how we use them.
Maybe it was giving you a little kiss.
Well, it turned, and then it went up and disappeared in frame. Like it appeared in frame, came towards me, stopped, like right behind me, and then turned to like go up and around me. Like it was weird. So that's actually part of your guys' field guide. That's things to look for. So that's one of the best videos we've ever caught with that camera. Let's kind of go another minute with this just to see if Mackenzie or Hannah are going to hear anything out of theirs. Tessa, let's go ahead and get you unmuted again. Just to kind of give it another minute, because again, we don't really have a whole lot going on here. You guys have the word baby, but I want more with it. That's where the SHH is going to come into play.
I was getting a lot of I was getting a lot of H's and S's that weren't together.
Then, Jenny, if you get the name Sue that shows up on there, I need to know like right away.
Henry?
I got a 4.8, but it was like that.
Hey? That was like a hey in these super voice. Yeah. Like that. Let me go.
Annie girl.
Just not let me go. Let me go.
She's like, let it go. Let me go. Imagine he's going through this film and he's like, what the fuck? I hope you have a wonderful day today. Thank you so much for this. This was amazing. Oh, SG?
Yeah.
What did I say? Say SG. What did I say? What? I don't know. Like at first. Yeah, let her go.
Oh, let me go.
Or let it go.
No, it was let her go.
No, let me go.
I'm pretty sure it was let her go.
I think it was let me go. Have you seen anything over there?
No.
No, not anymore.
Annie dips.
Different angle.
No, I did start it. I started like this. I have cramps, so I'm like bent over. I started down here. It was like this. See, because it's kind of like in the same.
Hide out.
Well, she kind of hit out on the shit.
Okay, yeah.
Annie, if you're here, show yourself.
Come here real quick. Please come through. F you. I want one of them to call.
Alright, let's call it. Let's head over to this wall and kind of see what we got going on.
As you were bringing it down, it showed something.
It's probably one of the poles. Is that the clamp thing?
Oh, yeah, they're not long. That's cross.
Free something? Let me go. Relationship? Clear us all down.
I've been.
Relationship? She did have a lot of relationships.
When she hooked up with James.
You did.
And I said I've been counting.
Did it?
It said, yeah, after relationship.
Oh.
What is it?
Yeah, he was counting
I've been
your
counting.
relationships and.
I asked a follow up about, about might have been husband. She said, well, I got reported.
Oh. It is.
Worst heavy through now, it's getting orange, so I'll see if there's anything else coming through.
Yeah, just feel free to shout them out. Cameras, if you want to stop here, you can. Kenzie, we're going to start with you. So, the person knows that when you're too loud, when you have headphones on, people tend to talk loud. If you're too, you haven't figured out your cloud man mask? No. Okay.
I didn't even look at it.
It's a more zombie project, don't worry. Normally people will figure this out and make fun of them. I won't make fun of you.
George Washington. He's out there.
I know, right? So, when I say go, don't put anything on yet, you're going to be telling us everything you hear in real time, including the words yes or no. Okay, the reason why is because I'm going to ask the ghost if I'm wearing a black vest. I'm expecting a yes out of you to kind of verify that it's true. Secondly, obviously you two don't know anything because you weren't listening to us. I heard you both chit-chatting over here, so super good on you. But if you're too loud, Tess is going to tap you on the shoulder. Quiet down. If she can't hear you because you're talking too low, she may lift up your earmuff and just say speak louder. So that's kind of the mentality behind this. When we're done, she's going to tap you on the knee. If you feel something touching your knee, you take off your own gear. I will never touch you. So you don't that person. Anna, with yours, you're just going to simply explain what you're seeing as far as visuals that are going to show up for you. It's not going to be a 3D in your face like you're going to be in the whole world of virtual reality. It's just going to be like a 2D photograph kind of floating. Be brief in your description simply because she's going to be talking and she doesn't know that you're talking over her. So that way if she's not saying much, I can ask you probing questions. So if you see two ladies on a bench with a tree, say two ladies on a bench with a tree. You guys both look really nervous. Are you guys okay or just cold?
I'm cold.
Okay. Like they're shivering. I'm like, I've never seen anybody shake this much before we did this. So my phone will be in there, so just trying to let me know if my wife is sending me dirty messages. We haven't, this wasn't a thing where I was fully convinced of it just yet, so I didn't buy a separate phone for it. So it's actually on the way now, so until then we still have to use my own personal phone.
Alright, so shoulders be louder. No, quiet.
Quiet. Quiet down.
Quiet down. And then
Done.
done.
I was gonna say there's no be loud.
Right.
There's be loud.
Alright, so Blindfold, then headphones, and 10 minutes only, so it's 11:02. So we'll start as soon as you get started. As soon as you start hearing things, start talking. And I'll set yours up while we do that, and I'll hopefully get our ghost to start chatting with us.
Can I turn it up like really loud?
Turn it to where you can't hear me. What color is the blue banana? Okay, she can't hear me.
Wait, come.
Alright, Henry, if you're here, I got two ladies on the bench tonight. This is Mackenzie and Hannah.
By my side.
They're just here, and you want us to hear, and we'll be able to see what you want us to see. So you're going to see like the earth in the distance, and then a picture will show up. All you have to do is look straight ahead, don't look down, because you'll start to push buttons. You got an image coming through just like that. Looks like a woman from the 1800s. Look at that, standing in a forest.
Stress? Oh my god. I got the word Mandy.
She said stressed.
Remember the doctor's fiance?
A way to learn.
A way to learn.
They.
Focus is right here. So keep your words.
Lower.
Henry, can you tell us who the woman is in the image, please?
Let me straighten your tie.
No, but Henry would have.
Yeah. This town's being too good. Ice.
She said this town is being too good, and I have to look at the
Whale.
picture. His wife's maiden name was Goodwin.
I just got.
She had J.
Papa.
Henry, let's go back to this image. Do you have something else in there, Hannah?
Yeah, I don't know how to describe it. It's like this like room, and then there's this like
All
this
right.
circular thing, and then there's like this thing above it. And I don't like know what it is.
So far we have a circular and a thing in a room. What type of art is it?
I don't know. It looks like a drawing.
Okay, see? That's a type of art. Be descriptive. Use your words.
I got portfolio.
This is just my art.
Henry, do you want to talk about your writing?
Look.
Henry, I actually have a stanza from one of your poems here. Would you like me to read it? Give you a little bit of recognition. Henry,
Love you.
Henry, did Dr. Ladd come here with you tonight? Or did you come?
Dead.
Or did you come alone?
Billion.
Henry, I'm going to read a quick stanza from Charles.
Beach.
Are you okay with me reading some of your poetry? Kind of stimulate everything. I haven't done this in a while. Kind of helps breathe.
No.
I guess he
Bust it out with a Sharpie.
I'm going to read it anyway. We know not in the temple of the fates.
You.
God has inscribed her doom. In all untroubled,
That was like a really weird laugh.
all untroubled in her faith, she waits to triumph with a tomb. What were you talking about there? Were you talking about the wage of the war was going to take down Charleston? That we were going to fall?
I got monster. Caught up in something. Touch.
Henry? Let's continue on with this conversation about your work. We know it was about the war.
Days.
You got the word
Light.
portfolio. Can you give us the word poetry?
Into.
Just kind of trying to verify you're here, Henry. I know you're not always, super great about us being here. Oh man, she's freezing. Shivering. Put her on a cold bench.
Think that you.
Henry, I would also like to know if Dr. Ladd came with you tonight.
Don't.
Have you heard anything? Okay.
All I see is the art. Like,
Yeah.
Revolution.
And you
Tax.
might get one
Stamp.
image. You might get 10.
You and I.
Quite random. Henry,
World.
can you give us another image through the green box, please?
The man.
Yeah, I'm making a demand. Hannah's getting bored in there.
Water.
There's a lot of random.
I.
Henry.
Day.
Wow.
Take you.
Henry, let's
It's a line in the.
Talk about your book.
Yeah.
Your poetry book that's at the Library Society. Can you tell us what we call it? What do we call that book that's on display every year on Halloween?
Mom? Whoa.
Henry?
It's just its conspiracies.
Henry?
Started a lot.
I want to go to your work. You started off talking about
These.
your work tonight. What was it?
Okay, I got something. I don't know. It's like a big glitch thing. Like it's
Guess
hard to
this.
describe.
Law. Put me in.
There's like something out in the distance. It's like a
Aggravation.
Green, like a green plane.
On the stairs.
I got legislative.
You said law. I don't know who the hell that's.
Nails. Heart.
Big like white line thing.
Didn't. Stay.
What's the
You.
It's like this thing. Like,
Feeling.
I don't know how to describe it. The two lines, white. Well, it was like like the stem of like a
Not-
plant, and it's kind of like zigzags out.
Yeah.
It's gone now,
Back
but
home?
kind of like that. Oh no, back home.
Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Henry, did you leave? Come back. We still have a few minutes. About 3 minutes left.
2000.
Ew, I hate this. Oh, it's like an owl. It's like a close up
Job.
of an owl. It's got like yellow eyes.
Was that finish number 4 then for you?
I think so.
You.
Henry, I don't know what's going on with this owl. You've given us an owl before.
Blue.
Talk about your work. Still asking about your poetry.
Sleeping.
You're not sleeping. You're up.
Talk about.
It's just a hay.
I want to say that was his mother's name.
Best.
Vest? He said it's a vest.
What color is my vest?
Just.
Sponsor, paint.
Way out there.
What color is my vest?
Right now.
Yeah, right now. What color is my vest right now?
I see you.
Last night.
Yeah, you didn't give us much last night during this session. I don't feel like you're giving us very much tonight either. We're going to wrap this up, Henry. Can you tell us good night? Henry? You can give us another image of a moon that would tell us good night.
America. Your who?
You
Mm-hmm.
who?
JDD.
Creeping. Agreement. Eventually. Hasn't. Colorado. Wanted. Oh, I can't sleep.
You just said you were sleeping.
Have she and Harris talking to her?
You
Air?
couldn't.
That's what it's spelled out there.
Yeah, air.
Weekend. Show some hate.
Henry, can you give us a good night? If anything else, since you've given us nothing else tonight.
Different. Helps you.
Going once, Henry.
104.
Going twice.
More people like you.
Cool. I know.
Oh, I just got another thing. It's like another glitchy thing.
The
For
moon?
you.
No, it's like
Me?
it almost looks like fire, and then like green. Oh, well, okay.
For
hold on.
who?
It's kind of weird. It looks like I don't know.
It's like some sort of
Peas?
animal, and it like keeps glitching,
Yeah.
and then there's
Beans.
kind of weird faces and stuff.
You're who?
Like a skunk thing.
Go with a smile. We were.
Going once, going twice.
Oh yeah.
That's tap. That's our tap.
Tap
route.
route.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
recommend.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.